September 22nd, 1:48 p.m. Wright Anything Agency. What? So the whole time traveling thing was just a ruse put on by the guests at the reception? Looks like it. I knew there had to be some kind of trick to it. Wow, 2 wedding receptions. Can you imagine? I wonder how much that must have cost them. I have no idea. But if you have to ask, you're not rich enough to want to know. Still, if you got the money, it's a pretty good way to cover things up, if you ask me. You got that right. I'm sure I would have been completely fooled. Hi, I'm back. Hey, Maya. You're all set to go? Yep. Ready when you are. So, what should we start with? Let's start with reviewing what we learned at the trial. What Ellen thought was time travel was really just a performance put on by the Sprockets. But other than that, it seems that what Ellen told us was actually all true. So what really matters right now is the identity of the mystery person Ellen said she saw while she was being attacked. So who is this mystery person? That's the million-dollar question, I'm afraid. But if we want to clear Ellen of any suspicion, then figuring out who they are is key. I think I'll take toilets for 200 instead, Mr. Wright. Well, at least there were only so many people on that airship that night. And we know who the mastermind of the whole cover-up plot was, too, so that's good. You mean the groom, Sorin Sprocket, right? Exactly. He might know something that could help us out. So then, what am I doing here?
I'm a very busy man, you know.
Well, all of the other people involved are Sorin's family members, so I thought I'd better start by interviewing you. Even if I probably shouldn't trust a word out of your mouth. Oh man, I have a really tight schedule, but heck, what are friends for, right? Okay, pal, go ahead, ask me anything. You do remember it was you who came to me for help in the first place, right? I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step out. What? What? Hold on. I think I just had a brain fart. What's this? Say that again? I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step outside this office again? What? Oh. I got it. Okay. I want to go over exactly what happened. I want to go over exactly what happened when before I step outside this office again. Since you were there, Larry, do you think you could help me get it all straight in my head? So, if I gotta. Okay, so the first reception was held at 7 p.m. on the day of the incident. That's the one you tried to crash, right? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. And then they locked me up in a cabin. It was awful, I tell you. Too bad we're not here to focus on you, Larry. And then the incident occurred after this first reception at around 10 p.m. Ellen was attacked in the reception hall by Gloomsbury. He forced her out onto the Vista deck and was just about to kill her.
But Ellie fought back and ended up killing old Gloomsbury instead. To cover it up, the family quickly threw together a second reception.
That's what Edgy's claiming anyway. But I know my Ellie didn't do it. The key point here is the mystery person Ellen said she saw strike Gloomsbury just before she passed out. Did you see anybody suspicious skulking around that day? Nope, not a soul.
Because I was locked up in the cabin at the time!
But you managed to escape and sneak back into the reception hall. That's when you switched to the lantern in the event hall with the lantern in the hold, right? Did you see anybody then? No, the place was completely deserted. I guess because that Pierce Butler guy had everybody gathered together somewhere. That makes sense. He must have been going over the cover-up plan with them. So, clearly, the murder had already happened by the time Larry got out. They must have gotten everything ready fast, and had the second reception soon after that.
Then, after that second reception, Ellie went to clean up the reception hall. And, as luck would have it, that's when she found the body in the lantern I'd brought up.
I tried to do something nice for Ellie out of the goodness of my heart, and this happened. We still don't know exactly what happened during the actual murder itself. We'll just have to look into it, along with the identity of that mystery person. So, while the murder was taking place, you were locked up in a cabin. Did you see anything unusual while you were in there?
In the cabin.
Let's see. Well, there was that pterodactyl flying through the sky. That's pretty unusual. Alright, that drawing of that pterodactyl you saw. What's with all the air quotes? I really did see it, I swear. But Larry, the time travel thing never actually happened. Which means you couldn't have seen a real pterodactyl flying through the sky. Oh.
Nothing got in the eye of a super public picture book author!
No, I'm just sure you saw something else, and mistook that for a flying reptile. Nick, you're making me doubt my own eyes. No, I'm not even sure what I saw. I'm not sure that you're sure of what you saw either. Either way, you have no idea what actually happened in the real scene of the murder. That's right, and I can say that with every confidence.
Oh wow, would you look at the time?
No, I better go. I have a book signing I need to get to. A book signing? Whose book? Whose do you think? It's mine, of course. It's a Laurie Stunning book signing. I bet you went around and begged a bunch of bookstores to let you do one.
Oh, of course not! They're the ones coming right to bed me!
Looks like I guessed right.
Anyway, I have to go!
I'll send you 10 copies of my new book that just got released the other day, alright? 10? That's very generous of you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you the bill too, of course. Just put them down as office expenses or something. Well, see ya! Wait, Larry, we don't need... He's gone. I'll take a copy, boss. Oh, and make sure it's signed. Oh boy, she's not gonna like this office expense. There goes our first lead. What do you want to tackle next, Nick? Right, we should really hit the streets now, huh? How about we go see Ellen? Sounds good, boss. I bet I can cheer her up. I thought you were gonna help Trucy with her magic show again today, Athena. Weren't you supposed to go meet her right about now? Trucy said she was gonna practice her new trick on you, if I recall. On me? Really? Trucy's show is an important source of income for our agency, you know. You can leave the case to us, so you go ahead and ride along now. But, boss... Off you go, Athena. No, I don't want to die. We better get going too, Maya. Okay. Anything new here to talk about? So, are you thinking about a new look, Nick? What are you talking about? That red jacket! Oh, that's Apollo's. Maybe you should wear a little red every once in a while. But, it's not really your color, is it? Then again, you never wear anything but blue, so why not give it a try? Here you go, Nick, put it on! Like I said, it's not even mine. Shoulders are way too narrow. Whoa, it's one of those zigzag cabinets for dividing a person into 3. I've never seen one in real life before. It's one of the Trucy's magic props. Oh, let's try it out. I don't know. It's probably dangerous to get in that thing if you don't know how it works. Oh, come on, Nick. Just hurry up and get in there already. Why am I the one on the chopping block here? Choppa. It's Charlie. His branches are as handsome as ever. Charlie seems happy to see you too, Mai. His leaves are greener than usual today. Well, he looks super healthy. We always make sure he's watered and well cared for. By we, I mean Athena and Trucy. These are all your case files, right? Yes, and there's private information on my clients in there too. So no snooping. What's this? Perfecting teleportation trick? Huh? Trucy must have swapped out my files for her magic books. Come to think of it, you used to be a pianist, right, Nick? So play something for me. I'm not really good enough to play in front of other people. Can I play then? No way. We'll get complaints from the hotel next door. No fair. It's just a glorified shelf if nobody plays it, you know. That's exactly right. Ooh, there's all kinds of interesting stuff here, like this hoop. Huh, Maya, that's not a hoop for hula hooping, you know. It's a hoop used for levitation magic, right? How did you know? What do you mean? Big Bear Circus, remember? She's seen it all before. Alright. Let's get out of here. And go talk to Ellen? Sure. Oh, brother. September 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Oh, my poor sweet Sorin. I wonder how he's getting along without me. Hello, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Wright, what's going to happen with the trial, do you think? Well, first and foremost, we have to hurry up and find this mystery person you saw just before he passed out. Do you think that person could be the real killer? It's quite possible, and if we can prove that, we can clear you of all charges. Actually, would you happen to know where Sorin is right now? He's usually busy with meetings all afternoon, but he should be home by evening. I think I better go have a chat with him later then. Why am I being treated to a view of someone's underwear? Mr. Wright, don't tell me. You suspect my sweet Sorin? Well, he is the one who masterminded this second reception after the time skip. So I thought he might be able to tell us something. How could you, Mr. Wright? You can't possibly think my Sorin would never kill anyone. Alright, just calm down. No, none of you accusing my Sorin. Please, I'm not accusing anybody, so please put the pen and ladle down, alright? Really? Cross my heart. So, for now, would you mind if I ask you a few more things about the case? I better be careful not to provoke her. Could you tell me about Sorin? There's nothing to tell. He's squeaky clean. Alright, okay. Maybe I should avoid the topic of Sorin right now. Let's talk about something else then. Fine. But you won't hear a peep out of me about Sorin. Talk about pulling teeth. Could you tell me about Pierce Nutriday then? Pierce. He came to Sprocket Manor about a year ago. As a family butler, he is now in charge of everything in the household. Only a year ago? Did he have some kind of special connection with the family? I'm just a maid, so I'm not privy to such things, I'm afraid. It might have been Sorin's order, but Pierce is the one who coordinated the whole thing. He's the one who really orchestrated the grand time travel farce. He must have quite a bit of authority in that family. But no matter how good he is at his job, how could anybody gain that much influence in a single year? I really don't know. I mean, he is an excellent butler. Wouldn't that explain it? Is it really as simple as that? What you thought was time travel was really just a cover-up carried out by your in-laws. Pierce said Sorin was the one who ordered the whole thing. I still can't believe it, even if the second reception was fake. Sorin would never use time travel for something like that. He's very serious about his time machine research, you know. I heard there's a reason he's researching time machines, actually. Something about something he wishes he could change? But isn't the whole idea of traveling back in time itself a little fantastic? I don't think so. After all, Sorin said real time travelers do exist. Really now? You think he knows someone who actually traveled through time? That's right. I haven't seen it personally, but Sorin said as much. So I believe it. Somebody who actually traveled through time, huh? It's pretty hard to believe. Thank you, Ellen. You're going out to do your investigation now, aren't you? Yes, that's right. Please make sure you don't cause Sorin any trouble, okay? I'm afraid I can't promise you that. What? Please, whatever you do, please don't upset my poor Sorin any further. I'm begging you. I'll do my best not to cause him any unnecessary trouble. Oh, I couldn't bear it if Sorin ever came under suspicion. I'd rather be found guilty myself. Yikes. Ellen, please, don't work yourself up like this. You don't want Sorin to worry, do you? No, you're right. The floodwaters recede once more.
So what do we do now, Nick?
Well, Alan said Sorin is usually in meetings until the evening, so let's save our house call until then. Why don't we go to the mooring dock and figure out our next move from there?
Roger, Nick.
Alright then. I'm assuming that we'll be able to examine the actual crime scene now. September 22nd, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. So, where should we start?
Let's see. Are there any places we haven't examined yet? We already investigated the reception hall and Sprocket Manor.
I know, we haven't looked at the Vista deck or the hold yet.
Hey, you're right. We've still got some pretty important places left to examine, don't we? The Vista deck is the actual scene of the murder, right?
A lantern with the body in it was stored in the hold. I think there's a good chance we'll find some important clues in those locations.
Do we know how to get to the hold?
Good question. I think it was labeled in that diagram of the airship in this pamphlet.
There it is.
Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Anything new to talk about? No? Okay. I wonder how this little incident with the wooden board is going to come into play later. It's got to be important somehow, somewhere, right? Somehow, somewhere. Anyways, here we go. I guess we don't have a choice. We have to go to the hold first. I was hoping to see the Visa deck first, but whatever. September 22nd, Flying Chapel Hold. So, this is the hold. This is where Pierce orchestrated the whole cover-up operation. We better go over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Hey, Nick. Weren't we supposed to need a key card to get in here?
Huh, you're right. I wonder why it was unlocked.
How's it going, Mr. Wright?
Emma, what are you doing here?
Just a little independent investigating for my own sake. Gotta keep the mind sharp.
Oh, so the door security system was turned off for the police investigation. We'd like to investigate the hold ourselves. Would that be alright?
Yeah, sure. The police just finished their examination anyway.
Thanks. We'll just take a quick look around then.
Oh, right. You should know that the floor doubles as a huge lift. You can use that lever right back there to raise it up to the Visa deck. The police inspected it already, but didn't find anything of particular interest, it seems. If you do go up to the Visa deck with the lift, be careful not to fall off.
Got it. Thanks.
That goes double for you, Maya. Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's get this show on the road. Any progress with your investigation?
Nothing conclusive yet, I'm afraid. Almost everybody was involved with a cover-up, so it's hard to know who or what to believe.
I know what you mean.
Unless you have some compelling evidence, I'm afraid it's gonna be a tough trial for you.
You're telling me. There isn't much time left, so I've just got to make do and see what I can turn up.
Is there something I could do to help you with that?
Actually, I was hoping it would help me move my investigation along.
Sorry, but that's not gonna do much for you here, I'm afraid.
That's too bad.
No, don't look so glum. You have to keep a positive outlook.
Why don't
You take a break with something sweet. I highly recommend snackoos myself. You wanna try some?
No thanks. I appreciate the offer, though.
Suit yourself. You don't know what you're missing.
Okay. No? Nothing? Alright. Let's just get to investigating then.
These are the flowers we saw in Larry's photo.
The petals make them look like little gears. The perfect flower for the Sprocket family, huh? Maybe they were gonna shower the couple with the petals?
You mean kind of like how people throw rice or confetti?
Yeah, like that. Only, these were found at the scene of a murder instead. Womp womp. These must be the dishes and glasses they use for receptions. Very fancy. I bet we'd be in big trouble if we broke any of them.
Ooh, I want to see Nick.
You, young lady, need to stay far, far away from them.
Nick, you think I'm gonna break them, don't you?
Let's just say your rap sheet for breaking things doesn't help your case. So this is the airship's engine. It's very impressive.
And it's all rhythmic like a heartbeat. It's the literal heart of the flying chapel. Look at all those huge gears spinning around, and around, and around. I think I'm starting to get dizzy.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh, it's a cake, Nick! A cake! It's so big they wouldn't miss one little piece, would they?
If you're that in the mood for a mouthful of styrofoam, sure, knock yourself out.
You mean it's not real? Well, it sure full may. I was ready to have some of that. I was so ready to have some that I'm really craving cake now. Come on, Nick, let's go get some.
Maybe after the trial's over.
What's that? A wedding bell? According to the pamphlet, it's used on the visa deck during wedding ceremonies to bless the newlyweds.
I guess they disassemble and store it away here in the hold when it's not being used. So, there are 2 male Pegaboo lanterns in the reception hall. That must mean that these 2 are female Pegacow lanterns.
Larry got their sexes mixed up when he replaced the one in the reception hall, huh? Did he see the horns? The difference is pretty glaring, if you ask me.
And yet he managed not to notice. That's what makes Larry Larry. And Larry being Larry is why I've seen more than my fair share of trouble for a lifetime.
Oh, Miss Wright? You know that lantern the victim was found inside of in the reception hall? I'm just about to go piece it back together so the police can examine it.
Oh, okay. We'll stop by for a look too once you're done fixing it. Huh? Looks like there are some fingerprints on this candelabra.
Yeah, I just got done dusting that. I was able to pull a set of left-hand prints.
Do you know whose prints they are?
Yes, the prints belong to the victim, Dumas Gloomsbury. Nick, I just figured out something amazing.
You did?
Get this. If the fingerprints on the candelabra are from his left hand, then Mr. Doom and Gloom must have been left-handed. What do you think of that? Do I have the makings of a great detective or what?
You're a real silly sailing if you thought that detection was in any way encyclopedic.
Hey, you're pretty good, Maya. I looked into it myself, and sure enough, the victim really was left-handed. Really, I got it right. Awesome.
Good for you, Maya.
Good for you. That's all you got to say.
I think you did a real great job, Maya. Way to go. I guess one can never have too much info.
Now you're talking.
But come to think of it, this candelabra isn't in the photo Larry took of the hold, is it?
That picture was taken when they were getting ready for the first reception, right? The candelabra must have been brought in here sometime after that, then.
It's still possible it has something to do with the incident, though. I better add it to the evidence file, just in case.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Wright, you can have this fingerprint powder if you like.
You're giving this to us?
Sure. I have 4 other sets.
Thanks. I feel like there's something more to the candelabra, but I can't put my finger on it. Okay, we can't examine it further, so...
Ooh, look, Nick, it's an airplane.
I wonder if Sorin built that one, too.
Hey, why don't we take it for a spin? Just a quick tour around the neighborhood.
And who do you propose is going to pilot that wooden death trap?
Me, of course. Who else? Don't worry, I've seen people fly airplanes on TV plenty of times.
I think I'll pass. I've still got my whole life ahead of me. Alright, is that it then for the hold? Oh, Emma, can we check out this candelabra a little more?
A little more? What do you...
Oops! What happened?
I almost dropped the candelabra, and the candle slipped off.
Well, let's be careful with that. It might be important evidence.
Wait a minute.
Now what?
One of the pins that hold the candles is broken. What? There's definitely something fishy about this candelabra.
There is? What makes you say that?
Call it forensic investigator's intuition. We already dusted this from prints earlier, so let's test it with luminol this time.
Knowing Emma, she'd use every test she has at the same time if she could.
Just hang on, this will only take a second.
I hope this turns up a new lead somehow. Well, Emma, did you find anything?
Take a look at this, Mr. Wright.
What is all that blood doing on there? Could this have been the real murder weapon?
Maybe somebody got hurt while they were setting up for the reception. These pins are pretty sharp.
But if one of the pins is broken, it means there was some force involved. Do you think maybe somebody got stabbed?
But nobody reported anything like that.
That's quite a bit of blood. I wonder whose it is. Oh, maybe it was Gloomsbury defending himself against the real killer? If I have anything that might shed some light on that, I should probably show it to Emma. Anything that might shed some light on that. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, the note is being written by a right-handed person, so it's not being written by Gloomsbury. It's by someone else. Okay, I think we're gonna need something more concrete than that.
It's absolutely unbelievable. What kind of monster would... Okay, yeah.
Alright, okay. I think some new evidence is needed here. I don't think any of the old evidence we have is gonna work, so... Time to go to the Visa deck? Oh, look, there's the lever to the lift Emma told us about.
Let's try going up on it. I'll go flip the switch. Here goes nothing.
Wait, I'm not even on it yet. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Maya, stop the lift.
Whoops, sorry, I got a little carried away.
Never mind that. Move over a little.
Okay. Is that blood? Blood? Let me see. Could it be Mr. Gloomsbury's blood? Well, this lift goes up to the Visa deck where the murder took place, so I think that's the most logical conclusion.
But I thought the victim was clubbed to death and that there wasn't much blood. Something tells me I better take a picture of this. I should ask Emma about it some more later. Maya, can you bring the lift back down now?
You got it. I'll go flip the switch again. There.
Done. I want to find out some more about that bloodstain. But for now, I guess we should go up to the Visa deck and take a look around the actual crime scene for ourselves.
The view must be great from up there. I bet it'll be awesome.
You mean it would be if it wasn't the scene of a murder?
Okay, to the Visa deck we go. Make sure you actually get on the left this time, Nick.
I know.
Oh, okay. I'll just flip the switch again, and away we go. Wow, look at the gorgeous view.
So this is where Ellen was attacked, and Mr. Gloomsbury was killed. Yeesh, one wrong step and it's cursed blood on the ground below.
Should we go investigate the stuff that's a little closer to the edge?
Well, I don't see much of anything over there. The police investigation didn't turn up any clues either, so maybe we don't need to.
Oh, I get it. You're scared, aren't you, Nick?
Of course not. Come on, let's go back down and finish checking out the hold. What the? Blood! Stop the lift! Oh, wait. Okay. Well, that was the great Vista deck investigation completed. Alright. Emma, about this bloodstain. Doesn't something about it strike you as odd?
What's so odd about the victim's blood?
That's not exactly, there's just something about it that bothers me.
Now that you mention it, I can't say I necessarily disagree with you.
Maybe I should talk about this some more with her. About this bloodstain.
What about it?
There's something about it that's been bothering me.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Well, there's a huge bloodstain on the crime scene lift and a blood-stained candelabra. Now, this is only a guess, but I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from... I'm thinking maybe these two bloodstains are from the same source.
I guess that is a possibility.
Can we compare the two bloodstains? Would that take a lot of time?
Are you kidding? Don't underestimate the power of science. It'll be done in a jiffy. And the results are in. That didn't take long now, did it? It seems that the blood from the lift and candelabra are from the same person.
Interesting. Well, the victim was clubbed to death, and there wasn't all that much blood.
But if this isn't Mr. Gloomsbury's blood...
Well, this is just a guess, but what if Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed somebody with the candelabra pin? That would explain both the huge blood stain on the lift and the blood on the candelabra.
Oh my goodness, if that's true, then that means there was somebody else present at the scene of the murder.
It does, doesn't it? This just might substantiate Ellen's statement about the third person. Emma, could you have this blood analyzed?
Sure thing.
A mysterious blood stain on a candelabra with the victim's print on it. This just might be the thing to back up Ellen's memory of seeing a third person. Next up, the reception hall. It might be worth taking another look around there.
The reception hall? The forensics team is in there investigating right now.
Oh, they are?
Well, we don't have time to just sit around, so let's go check out something else.
Good idea. We could go question some people. Especially Sorin. I have quite a few questions with that guy.
Sounds good, Nick. I'll have to do some legwork then.
Yep. I thought we'd head to Sorin's house for starters.
He was accompanying the police on their investigation here earlier, but he's probably home by now.
Great. Thanks. Later, Emma. No time to waste. Let's go. September 22nd, Sprocket Manor, Foyer.
I still can't get over how gorgeous Sprocket Manor is.
Just don't touch anything.
I was going to!
She was definitely going to.
How so, Dad, guests?
Oh. Thank you for seeing us, Sorin. We know you're busy. We'd like to ask you a few questions about the case, if you wouldn't mind. Sorin?
You're Ellen's lawyer, right?
Huh? Yes, that's right. Don't tell me he doesn't remember me.
Will Ellen be found guilty?
We're doing everything we can to prevent that. That's why we're here investigating. Will you please tell us what you know? Sorin?
Alright, fine.
What was that pause all about? It was you who gave the order for that large-scale cover-up plan, isn't that right?
What large-scale cover-up? Don't play dumb with us! You held 2 wedding receptions in order to try and cover up Mr. Gloomsbury's murder!
Ellen thought that through the power of the timekeeper you built, she traveled back in time. So that's why there were 2 receptions. Wait, does he seriously not know why the reception was held twice? Looks like I'll have to delve deeper here. So the cover-up scheme, that fake trip through time, you're not the one who was behind it all? Pierce Nietzsche stated in court that you are the one who ordered it to be carried out.
Pierce said that? I see. I leave him in charge of everything around me, eh? So whatever he decides is, in essence, my decision too.
So I take it that you didn't know anything about the cover-up.
That's none of your business.
But you were in 2 wedding receptions in a row, and still you claim to know nothing?
I have nothing more to say to you. Please leave.
But Sorin!
No! Oh, there's something written on this paper airplane. Let's see. Go away.
Doesn't get clearer than that, huh?
He's looking especially uncooperative, but
maybe I can grab his attention somehow. There's still that one piece of evidence I don't know much about. It's worth a try.
I'm sure your sister would want the truth of this case to be known. How rude. Is intruding on the private lives of others a part of your job as a lawyer?
Oh, I apologize. I guess showing him the picture of his sister wasn't a good idea after all. Does this bring anything to mind? Even some small, vague detail will do. Heck! This guy really doesn't want to talk, does he?
What are you showing me that for?
This is Sprocket.
I can't read him at all, not even with an item as loaded with sentiments as this.
What are you showing me that for? Sorin, have you ever seen this before?
That's...
Sorin, what is it?
Nothing. Why did his whole demeanor change all of a sudden? He's gone pale as a ghost, too.
Sorin?
Heck, look at his stomach. He's bleeding. Somebody help. Sorin's collapsed.
Master Sorin! Get him to the hospital, quickly now!
Poor Sorin. That must be one serious wound. What is it, neck? Well, when I showed him the candelabra, his whole demeanor changed. So I was just thinking that maybe his injury is... Huh? What's this?
It's Sorin's notebook. He must have dropped it in the rush to get him to the hospital.
Oh, his notebook, huh? I wonder what's written in it. Don't you? Come on, you know what? You know you want to take a peek.
Sorin's notebook. What to do, what to do. I really don't think we should.
But it might have some really important information in it.
Yes, that's quite possible, but so...
Well, I guess it is for Ellen's sake at the end of the day.
I feel guilty snooping around somebody's personal notebook, but... maybe we should take a little look-see.
Whoa, it's filled with big words written in tiny letters. I guess he uses this notebook to write down his invention ideas.
Huh? What is it? Did you find something? After March 8th of last year, the content of this notebook changes dramatically. Like how? Well, ever since that date, Sorin's been writing down every detail of his life. As in, every. Maybe he decided to start keeping a diary. But this is way too detailed to be an ordinary diary. Either he's really compulsive, or maybe just plain forgetful. But is it really as simple as that? I feel like something happened on March 8th that made Sorin change. Well, why don't you let me take a look at that and I'll tell you. Hey, Maya, let go or rip it. Eep. Now look what you did. You dropped it. You should have just let me take a look. How is this my fault? Oh no, Nick. It fell into that pool of Sorin's blood. I can't read a thing on these 2 pages now. Uh-oh. You're gonna get it now. I guess it really is my fault after all. Let's just put it away carefully for now. We can't let anything else happen to it. You hear? Hey look, there's something sticking out of the notebook. Looks like a newspaper article. Let's see. It's about the car accident Sorin's sister died in. It happened on March 8th. That's the day Sorin's notebook completely changed. Oh wow. What else does it say? It says the driver at the time of the accident was Dumas Gloomsbury. So Sorin was in the car too, and that he had sustained severe injuries. Just like Pierce said. Sorin completely changed after the accident. So Gloomsbury was driving in the car when they got into that accident. That opens up the distinct possibility of Sorin holding a grudge against Gloomsbury. You think Sorin could have... I don't know. It's not like I have any proof. We should talk to Pierce about this when we return Sorin's notebook to him. Though he doesn't seem to be here right now. Maybe he's at the Flying Chapel.
Aha! Come back to hear more about my camera, have you?
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm really busy right now.
Oh, what a shame. Well, if you ever want to talk about cameras, come back and see me anytime.
Sounds like even his own family members don't want to listen to him. Loser. Hey, Nick. Better watch out, or you'll be cursed by the bouquet of woe. Oh, come on, Maya. Like I'm gonna believe an urban legend you just made up. Alright. Let's get out of here. To... the chapel? Outside? September 22nd, Sprocket Park, mooring dock. I sure hope Pierce is around here somewhere.
Ah, Mr. Wright and Miss Faye.
Hello, Pierce. We were just looking for you.
I'm sorry for Master Sorin's sudden departure earlier. You have my sincerest apologies.
You're totally understandable, really. But shouldn't you be at his side right now?
It's fine. The other servants are with him, and I am in constant contact with them. Do not forget to give him his pain medication, and be sure to keep him hydrated. Also, see to it that he's not up and about. He needs complete bed rest.
Is this what happens when you're too rich for normal peasant phones?
I must return to Master Sorin now, but did you want something of me?
Actually, here's Sorin's notebook. He dropped it when he collapsed. I hope Pierce doesn't notice the bloodstain.
Oh, thank you very much for this. I will see to it personally that Master Sorin gets it back.
Thank you. I'm sure you will.
I trust you did not look inside.
Oh, of course not.
Because it is filled with numerous patent-worthy ideas, you see.
Look, I know you're busy, but would you mind if I ask you a few questions about the case?
Well, as I said, I must be getting back to Master Sorin. So, if you could make it quick, I would greatly appreciate it.
Alright, I'll make this as quick as I can. I'd like to ask you about the cover-up you tried to pull off, if you don't mind.
I told you everything there is to tell in court already. Disposing of anything that may harm the Sprocket family's reputation is simply a part of my job.
Sounds like a lovely job description.
I have nothing more to say on the matter. I will say, I do not think it's wise to spend time on topics that have already been discussed.
Right. Oh. Pierce, could you tell us more about this accident?
Where did you find that? And did I not already tell you about that accident?
You did, but you conveniently left out one crucial detail. The fact that Dumas Gloomsbury was driving the car at the time.
Oh, did I not mention that? I suppose it simply did not come up then.
If Mr. Gloomsbury caused the accident, why didn't the Sprocket family fire him? Wouldn't that usually be the natural consequence of such a huge mistake?
Please do not misunderstand. Gloomsbury stayed on with the family. On Master Sorin's request.
What?
That is the type of person Master Sorin is. Perhaps it was the influence of Miss Selena's kind nature. She was such a sweet person that even in her last moments, she thought of Master Sorin.
Not only did Sorin not hold a grudge against Gloomsbury, he insisted on keeping him on. No, I really don't understand how that guy's mind works. So you were present for Selena Sprocket's last moments?
Yes, in my professional capacity. The accident happened on the way to a certain party.
And what kind of a party was it?
A fuck party. It was Miss Selena's engagement party. Close enough. Gloomsbury's injuries were minor, but Miss Selena and Master Sorin's were critical. They were brought to the Sprocket family's regular hospital.
Wow, to have such a terrible thing happen on what was to be a day of celebration.
Thanks to the surgeon in charge, Master Sorin pulled through. But Miss Selena, she... The last words Miss Selena said to me were...
Please help Sorin.
Ever since then, I've attended Master Sorin and tried to help him in any way I can.
I see. Selena's fiancé must have been devastated.
Indeed. The shock of losing Miss Selena was so great, he quit being a surgeon.
He was a surgeon? Wait, so the surgeon who tried to save them both was he?
Yes, he was Miss Selena's fiancé.
What a terrible tragedy. How awful. So where is her fiancé now?
Good question. I wonder that sometimes myself.
So Selena had a fiancé. I'd like to find out more about him, but I doubt I'll find him anytime soon.
So, are we done here? I'm afraid I must be going.
Could you please just tell me a little more about Sorin?
There's nothing more to tell.
I can't seem to get any real answers out of him just by asking him questions. But there is that piece of evidence I still don't know much about. Maybe he'll be able to tell me something about it. Pierce, have you ever seen this candelabra before?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Interesting. When Megatama reacted, Pierce must be trying to hide something from me. I have to break those cyclocks and find out what.
Take that!
Pierce, you're hiding something from me about this candelabra, aren't you?
It is one of the candelabras from the Flying Chapel, is it not? Is there something special about it?
Actually, yes. There is some blood on it, you see. I think the blood might belong to this person.
Take that!
Sorin has a rather nasty wound on his body, doesn't he?
Yes, Master Sorin is indeed injured.
Are any of the other people involved in this case injured?
Not as far as I know.
I see. Now let me ask you this, Pierce. Do you suppose Sorin could have been more directly involved than you're letting on?
What in the world would make you think that?
Oh, I've got my reasons. Mr. Gloomsbury's fingerprints were found on this candelabra stem, which leads me to believe that Mr. Gloomsbury stabbed Sorin with it.
You cannot possibly think Master Sorin is the one responsible for the murder.
I don't have any conclusive evidence of that at the moment, but I do think he had a motive. This proves that Sorin had a motive to kill Mr. Gloomsbury.
Take that!
Even though it was an accident, Mr. Gloomsbury was the man responsible for taking Sorin's sister away.
Let us suppose that Gloomsbury did stab Master Sorin with the candelabra. Can you prove that it had anything to do with this case? He might have been stabbed at some other location, for some other reason.
Sorry, but I can prove it was related to this case.
Oh, really?
Sorin's stabbing and Mr. Gloomsbury's death are definitely connected.
Are they now?
This is the piece of evidence that tied Sorin's injury to Mr. Gloomsbury's murder.
Take that!
A bloodstain was found on the side of the lift that goes between the hold and visa deck. Its blood matches the blood that's on the candelabra. I obtained the results straight from the police, so I can assure you this information is correct. This bloodstain on the lift indicates an important fact. It shows us that Sorin's blood is on the lift, which can only mean one thing. He was there, wasn't he? Sorin was at the scene of the crime.
You are very astute, Mr. Wright. It appears I cannot hide this from you any longer. Very well, I will tell you everything.
Alright, go on then. Could you tell me about Sorin's injury?
Very well. This is what I heard directly from Master Sorin himself. As you surmise, Master Sorin was stabbed by Gloomsbury on the day of the murder. It happened after the first wedding reception. The happy couple was at the reception hall when suddenly Gloomsbury appeared. He attacked Miss Ellen and tried to take her away. Master Sorin went to stop him and found him himself in a struggle with Gloomsbury. That is when Master Sorin was stabbed with the candelabra, he said. Even though Master Sorin was badly injured, he went after Gloomsbury.
So Sorin really was at the scene of the murder, wasn't he?
Yes, that is correct. However, by the time Master Sorin arrived at the scene, Gloomsbury had already been murdered.
So Pierce is saying that Sorin was at the crime scene, but that he didn't have anything to do with the murder itself? Even still, why did you try to keep such an important piece of information from me?
I am very sorry. Master Sorin's injury and Gloomsbury's murder were not directly related, so I decided not to mention it, so as not to unnecessarily complicate the investigation. Now then, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I really must go now. Please excuse me.
Thank you for your time.
Peace out.
Pierce should have just told us everything in the first place and saved us all a lot of time. Yeah, but I guess it isn't that simple for him. He is a family butler, after all. He sure didn't make our job any easier, though, did he? But at least we learned something new. Sorin was at the scene of the crime.
That's true. One step forward is better than none. So, what next, Nick?
Let's see. The forensics team might be done investigating the reception hall by now. Let's go check it out.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Here we go.
No time like the present. September 22nd, Flying Chapel, Reception Hall. Looks like the police are done with their investigation in here. I wonder if it's okay for us to take a look around now.
Oh, hi, Mr. Wright.
Hi, Emma. Would it be alright if we investigate in this room now?
Sure, the police are all done, so go for it. Oh, remember that broken lantern? I restored it to perfection. I have to say, it's some of my best work.
Sounds like the repair job was a resounding success. Thanks, Emma. We'll take a good look at it, too.
Well, I have to be getting back to the station. Try not to mess up the crime scene if you can help it.
We'll be careful.
I'll be seeing you.
Bye, Emma, and thank you.
Well, shall we get started?
Your attorney's badge looks so nice and shiny on her lapel. It's so cool, like the mark of a true hero.
If I can be a hero to my clients, that's good enough for me.
In that case, I'll be the commander that controls the hero from behind the scenes.
Wait, are you saying you've been manipulating me all this time?
Go, Wright, to the crime scene!
I guess that makes me a robo-lawyer? Sure.
Nick!
What's wrong, Maya?
This hasn't moved an inch since the last time we looked at it.
It would be pretty creepy if it had. Look, we're in the middle of an important investigation, so try not to shout, okay?
I was just hoping it had changed somehow. You know, so it would be more interesting.
The last thing we need is for things to get more interesting.
Hey, I think that tablecloth is new. They must have changed it since yesterday.
Huh? How can you tell?
Because the food stains that were there are now gone.
I should have noticed because it's food related.
It's another beautiful day outside, isn't it?
Yeah, if only it wasn't the scene of a murder, we could really enjoy it.
True.
It must be tough for the maid staff to work on a beautiful day like today.
Oh, we don't mind.
Whoa, I didn't think you could hear me way over here.
We don't think of it as simply cleaning. It's more like we're wiping away all of the sadness stuck to this airship.
Wow, talking about devoted. This is where the murder weapon, the timekeeper, was displayed. I guess it's in police custody now. Huh? What's this? A key?
Let's ask the maid about it.
Good idea. She might be able to tell us something. Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Oh, of course. What would you like to know?
Do you know anything about this key?
It's the key that starts up the timekeeper.
A startup key?
That's right. Oh, the first startup of love ceremony was so beautiful. The bride and groom each had a symbol of their love, and when they put them together, oh, how romantic it was.
First startup of love ceremony. What exactly did that entail?
Oh, it's a ceremony in which the couple activated the timekeeper together for the first time. I suppose it was kind of like a cake-cutting ceremony.
What are these symbols of their love you mentioned?
Well, that's kind of an industry secret, so I can't really say. I'm sorry. I better be getting back to my work.
Looks like there's an order from above not to talk about it. I guess we've checked out everything of interest in this area. Hey, take a look at that door. I wonder where it goes.
Shall we open up and see? Wait, please don't open there. It's the emergency escape hatch. It leads directly outside. You'll fall to your death.
Phew, that was a close one, huh, Maya?
I'll say.
I mean, it does say exit on the top, but... yeah. Now we know for sure.
Excuse me, is the fog machine ready to use now?
No, I'm afraid no.
We only put dry ice in it when there's an actual reception. I see. That's too bad.
She still wants to blast me with a cloud of smoke, doesn't she? Here's a broken lantern, all patched up. And I do mean patched.
Emma said this was some of her best work, so I know she put a lot of effort into it.
It was pretty smashed up. It must have been a lot of work to piece it back together. Well, she gets an A for effort, at any rate. Huh? This wheel handle on the back has some blood on it. Looks like somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Maybe the blood got there when the killer was putting all Dim and Gloom's body inside.
Do you see anything else worth noting?
Well, there's another one of these lanterns over there, so it might be a good idea to really compare the two later. This is the unbroken peggable lantern. And this is the one that Emma restored. I wouldn't say they look exactly the same, more that they're made up of the same parts.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Mai?
I think there's something off about this peggable.
Just about everything about it looks off to me. And I'm not quite sure what it is, but some detail isn't quite right.
Show me the restored lantern again.
Hey, I know. It's this, right?
What? Where?
The thing about the restored lantern that's off is the... I've got it. The angle of that wing is different, and it's attached all wrong.
Well, duh, Nick. I could have told you that. I mean, there's something more subtle. Something that feels just slightly off. You know what I mean?
No, not really. Still, maybe it's... the thing about the restored lantern that's off is the... Look, it's the wheel handle. It's a different color altogether. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Emma got the inside and outside wheel handles switched around.
Oh, wow, you're right.
And there's blood here on this handle, as if somebody gripped it with a bloody hand. Right. Which means that the blood got on the handle from inside the lantern.
Do you think the blood got there when the killer was putting the body in the lantern?
It's really hard to say at this point. Phew. Well, I think we've checked out everything. I think we've checked out everything relevant to this case. What are you two doing here? Wait, what are you doing here? Larry? Oh, Sorin. What? Shouldn't you be resting in bed? You're injured.
How do you know about that? Never mind. My notebook. Have you seen my notebook? I can't find it anywhere. My notebook. I need my notebook.
What's the matter with him?
My notebook. I have to have... Master Sorin! Master Sorin, I told you to stay in bed. My notebook. Here you go. Yes, this is it.
So Sorin gets emotionally unstable without that notebook of his. Phew. Looks like he's calmed down now. Sorin, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute?
I cannot allow you to do that. What if his wound were to open up again? He needs to rest.
I guess you're right.
Now, if you will excuse us. Master Sorin, let us retire.
Alright. There they go. Pierce is right. I guess he really isn't in any condition to be questioned. Well, let's go back to the agency and sort through what we've learned. September 22nd, Wright Anything Agency. We're back. Anybody here? Oh, hi, boss. Athena, I thought you were with Trucy. I guess you could say that I'm taking a short break. But enough about me. What about the investigation? Did you find out anything? Well, it turns out that the third person Ellen says you saw at the crime scene might have been Sorin Sprocket. What? Really? I always thought he seemed suspicious. Thing is, by the time Sorin got to the Vista deck, the murder had already occurred, apparently. No way! I don't buy that! Not for a second! It's a cover-up! A cover-up, I tell you! That's certainly a possibility. And as a lawyer, it's certainly a possibility I have to pursue, but what? It's your job, right? So pursue the heck out of it. Just do it. Yeah, but Is that really what's best for Ellen?
Sorin could be found guilty if the truth comes out tomorrow. But if we don't pursue this possibility, Ellen could be found guilty instead.
Oh man. Either way, it sure doesn't spell out happily ever after for the two of them. So what are you gonna do, Mr. Wright? I can't let an innocent person get convicted. So I guess all I can really do is pursue the truth. Even if it ends up devastating Ellen. What a tough call to make.
Still, there's always a chance, right? Maybe something will come up during the trial that will save their marriage.
I hope so. I really do. Well, Maya, let's go.
Break the news to Ellen, you mean?
Yep. Mr. Wright, please take me with you. But I could help you counsel Ellen through this piece of bad news. Athena, I appreciate the offer, but don't you have somewhere else to be? Do I? Athena, what are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. Come on now, let's get back to practicing. No, wait. My body can't take it anymore. Boss, you gotta help me. A lawyer always keeps their promises, Athena. But boss... If you bail on me one more time, Athena, I'm gonna use a real blade on you. Eek! Sorry, Athena, but somebody's gotta do it. Better you than me, though. Hang in there, kiddo. Come on, Maya. We better get going. September 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hello, Ellen.
How did your investigation go, Mr. Wright?
Before I answer that, I need to ask you something. Was Sorin with you when Mr. Gloomsbury attacked you in the reception hall?
I'm sorry I kept it from you. I was afraid that he'd come under suspicion if I told you. So I kept quiet about it. I'm really sorry.
I see. I thought it was probably something like that. Listen, Ellen, I'm afraid I had to make a very difficult decision based on what I found out.
What kind of decision?
This is very hard for me to say, but the mysterious person you saw at the scene of the crime was most likely Sorin.
What?
In other words, in court tomorrow, I'm afraid I'll have to propose the possibility that Sorin is the true culprit.
No. Sorin is innocent. No.
But don't you see? If I don't try to pursue that line of thought, you'll be found guilty.
No. No. No.
Please, Ellen, calm down.
Soldiers can't be found guilty. I'd much rather I be found guilty instead.
Ellen, you can't let yourself think like that.
But...
Marriage is for life, right? Do you really think you can run away from the truth and still be truly happy with him?
We're not married, so how can you possibly understand? Sometimes you just gotta do whatever it takes to make things work.
But, Nick, you talk to her. Hey, don't just dump this all on me.
It's alright, I'm innocent and Sorin is too. So please, prove our innocence in court.
I'll certainly do everything in my power. Just hope she doesn't lose control like this in court tomorrow. To be continued.